Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome once again to Bridgeport Field, Winchester, Virginia, home of the Winchester Royals and Valley Baseball League action. Mark Sawyer taking you through tonight's ball game between the Royals and the visiting Wyanesboro Generals. Second and last meeting between these two teams in the regular season. The Royals looking to take a sweep of the Wyanesboro Generals of the season series this year. First time these two teams got together, June 5th in Wyanesboro. Winchester won that one 10-4. Both these teams rather easy victories last night as they finished up early in 7 innings. The Generals beat up on the Covington Lumberjacks 12-2. It was Winchester all over Newmarket 13-1. Again, both those games called after 7 for the mercy rule. Royals come into the game with a record of 9-8, a 2-game winning streak after suffering a 2-game losing streak earlier in the week, both games to Woodstock. Don't look now, but the Royals have won 6 of their last 9 and have crawled a half a game behind Front Royal for third place in the Northern Division. Wyanesboro, they're 7-9. They are tied for third with Covington, 4.5 games behind Harrisonburg. Still a long way to go as we head toward the end of the month before we get to the really dog days of summer. Of course, 99 degrees here in Winchester. Nobody's going to say, hey, it was cool here today. Other games from last night, in case you might have missed them, it was Charlottesville knocking off Culpeper in game number 1, 5-2. The Cavaliers rebounded and won game 2, 8-0. Woodstock knocked off Strasburg 12-5. Percival defeated Front Royal 6-3. That's 5 in a row losing for the Cardinals. Stanton knocked off Harrisonburg, the team with the best record in the league, 4-3. Again, Wyanesboro over Covington 12-2. And Winchester over Newmarket 13-1. Standings that look like this as of now in the Northern Division. Woodstock leads the way. They're 12-5. Strasburg a game back at 10-5. Front Royal comes in third, 10-8. They were in first place mere days ago, but a 5-game losing streak has dropped them back to the middle of the pack. Winchester 3 games out of first, a half a game behind Front Royal for third place, 9-8. Percival 6-8, 4.5 out. Newmarket 5-11. They're 6.5 out. The Rebels have had a rough couple of days. They lost Friday night to Strasburg 14-0, and again took it on the chin last night 13-1 to the Royals. In the Southern Division, Harrisonburg leads the way. They're 12-5, best record in the league. Stanton 9-8, 3 games back. Covington 6-8, 4.5 back, along with Wyanesboro 7-9, 4.5 back. Charlottesville 6-10, 5.5 out. And Culpeper brings up the rear. They're 4-11, 7 back. But Culpeper over the weekend has doubled their win total. They've gone from 2 to 4 and now trying to make some noise in the Southern Division. Games for tonight already underway. Woodstock leads Covington. They're in the top of the 9th. It's Culpeper 3, Front Royal nothing. They play in the bottom of the 2nd. Strasburg beating up on Harrisonburg early. It's Strasburg 6, Harrisonburg 2. They're in the bottom of the 2nd. Newmarket's at Charlottesville, and Percival is at Stanton again. The Wyanesboro Generals right here to take on the Winchester Royals. Waiting on the umpires to make an appearance. There they are. They collecting baseballs from the Royals dugout before we have the meeting at the plate and get underway. Again, Wyanesboro, they picked up a win last night. Snapped a minor losing streak, as I think they lost on Friday night. 7-9, they're scrapping to get back to the 500 level, but they are tied for third in the Southern Division. If the playoffs were to start today, Wyanesboro would be awarded the third spot. They take on Culpeper. Covington would take on Charlottesville. Covington and Wyanesboro would be your home teams. Harrisonburg and Stanton would get first round byes. In the Northern Division, Front Royal would host Newmarket and Winchester would host Percival, with Strasburg and Woodstock getting first round byes. Long way to go before any of that matters, as we are just second to last weekend of the month of June. Royals, after tonight, just one home game this week. They play home to Strasburg on Thursday. Will not be home again until the following Sunday, 1 week from today, when they will host the Covington Lumberjacks. Let's take a look at tonight's starting lineups first for the visiting Generals. Seth Buchanan will lead it off, shortstop from Virginia Military Institute. Chiari Gomez, the right fielder from Seminole State College, will bat second. Daniel Smith bats third. He's the center fielder from Gordon College. Parker White, the first baseman from UNC Greensboro, will be the cleanup hitter. Andrew Elifonso will be the left fielder from Florida International, batting fifth. Noah Murray, third baseman from the University of Virginia, will bat sixth. Anthony Clabbett, the designated hitter from Kennesaw State, bats seventh. Kaiser Harrington, second baseman from the University of Texas Arlington, will bat eighth. And batting ninth, the catcher from Lakewood Community College, Jose Fiquera. Right-hander Jordan Bright from North Carolina A&T will get the start on the mound for the Generals. He's 0-1 with a 9.81 earned run average. This Winchester Royals team, they've done exactly what they needed to do the last two nights. They beat up on the fifth and sixth place teams in the division, scoring 23 runs in the process. They'll line up like this: 9-8 on the season. Jamie Padilla leads it off, left fielder from Shenandoah University. Connor Guy will bat second, the right fielder from St. John's River State College. Todd Abraham, second baseman, bats third from Binghamton University. Parker Fry homered here Friday night, the designated hitter, batting cleanup from East Strasburg. Batting fifth, Nick Rubendahl, the first baseman from Shepherd. Batting sixth, Sean Pokerock, the catcher from Lynchburg College. Ty Fredo will play short, bat seventh from Mount St. Mary's University. John Emmendorfer plays third. He bats eighth from Charleston Southern. And batting ninth, the center fielder from Shepherd University, Bodie Poland. On the mound for the Royals, right-hander from Francis Marion University, Owen Powell, comes into the record of no wins, one loss, earned run average of 5.22 for the Winchester Royals. Royals being introduced to the crowd. We will pull up the pitching stats, get ready to tell you about Owen Powell, but before we do that, we are going to step aside and honor America as we head toward the 4th of July, our nation's birthday, with the playing, singing of our national anthem. Royals will line it up on the left side. The Generals will come out on the first base line and line up. We're still having the conversation, the conference at the plate. It looks like they saw everybody on the field and decided they needed to speed it up a little bit, so they shake hands, head on out, and we'll discuss later what they're doing after the game. Now we'll step aside and honor America with the playing of our singing of our national anthem. A Northern Division, Southern Division battle right here at Bridgeport tonight. The Wyanesboro Generals trying to even the season series with the Royals. The Royals trying to sweep the series as they make a bid to move into third place in the Northern Division. Wyanesboro currently in third place, tied with Covington after they roughed up the Lumberjacks last night. That same Lumberjacks team will be here next Sunday to take on the Royals. Upcoming games for both these teams. Winchester will be on the road again tomorrow to take on Woodstock. The Royals on the road 4 out of 5 days this week. The only day off is Wednesday, and they are guaranteed Wednesday off unless tomorrow's game at Woodstock were to get rained out. Everybody else in the league plays on Wednesday except for Winchester and Woodstock because those two teams got together last Wednesday when everybody else took the day off. For the Generals, they're off tomorrow on the road Tuesday at Front Royal. The next time the Generals will be home Wednesday night when they take on the Culpeper Cavaliers. Owen Powell on the mound for the Royals. Powell making his fourth start, third appearance. I'm sorry, let's turn that around. Fourth appearance, third start. 10 in the third innings. He's allowed 11 hits, 7 runs, 6 are earned. He's walked 5, struck out 7. Record 0-1 with a 5.22 earned run average. Finishing up his warm-up tosses, getting ready to go here. The Royals defensively behind Powell out in the outfield, left to right. Jamie Padilla, Bodie Pullen, Connor Guy. Around the infield, third to first, John Emmendorfer, Ty Fredo, Todd Abraham, Nick Rubendahl, Sean Pokerock behind the plate. And again, Owen Powell gets the call on the mound for the Royals. Royals trying to pick up their second 3-game winning streak of the season. They had a 3-game winning streak snapped earlier this week at a pair of losses to Woodstock. They have since knocked off Purcellville and Newmarket. Seth Buchanan, shortstop from VMI, will lead it off. Tell you a little bit about Seth. Buchanan playing in his 11th game for the Generals, a .243 hitter, 9 for 37. No home runs, 5 RBIs. The Generals, as a team, hitting .288, very respectable. .288, first pitch in there for a strike, and we are underway, just a tick past 7 o'clock on the East Coast. Powell gets the Royals off and running with the first pitch strike. Powell comes set, the 0-1 to Buchanan. Grounded sharply down the third base line, but foul, nothing in 2. On the Waynesboro shortstop, Seth Buchanan, just underway. We'll keep tabs on the other games around the area, especially that Covington game for you Generals fans. And of course, the Royals very interested in what's going on with the Front Royal Cardinals. Powell comes set, the 0-2. Swung on and missed, pulled the string, and Buchanan down on strikes. 3 pitches and he's out to start the game. They'll bring up Gialri Gomez, the right fielder from Seminole State College. See if I can find Gomez on their stat sheet. There he is, a .275 hitter, 14 games, 11, playing in his 14th game rather, 11 for 40, 1 home run, 8 RBIs. First pitch off the plate for a ball, 1-0. The 1-0 rather in there for a strike. Count evens up 1-1. Ball and a strike, 1 out, top of the first, just getting going here between the Generals and the Royals. The 1-1 swung on and missed, 1-2. Left-handed hitting Gomez trying to reach base and get the Generals going with 1 out here in the first. Powell sets the 1-2. Downstairs, knocked down by Pokerock. 2-2 the count. Powell has his sign. He'll come set. The 2-2. Line toward right field. That's going to get in for a base hit. Guy over to cut it off. He'll hold Gomez to a single. A 1-out single for the Generals right fielder. We'll bring up Daniel Smith, the center fielder. Smith from Gordon College. A .352 hitter. He's played in 15 games, 19 for 54. 1 home run, 10 RBIs. Gomez 1 for 1 in stolen bases, if you're thinking along those lines. Royals would like to see a ground ball here and roll one up and get to hitting. First pitch to Smith. That'll miss. That'll catch the outside corner. Looked a little bit out from here, but Mr. Umpire says, yes, sir. Strike one, nothing in one. On the Wyanesboro 3-hole hitter, Daniel Smith, the center fielder. The 0-1. Tried to hold up, couldn't do it. Nothing in two. Good breaking ball there from Powell to get ahead in the count. Nothing in two. The 0-2. That'll miss outside count. 1-2. Ball and 2 strikes, 1 out. Royals looking for a double play ball. Smith trying to move Gomez around and get the Generals on the board here in the first. Powell takes a look at the runner at first. Has his sign, the 1-2. Strike 3 called. Slider on the outside part. Smith thought it was outside. Be the second strikeout of the game, second out of the inning. That'll bring up Parker White, first baseman from UNC Greensboro. A .327 hitter playing in his 15th game, 17 for 52. He has 2 home runs, 4 RBIs. Looks like his 2 home runs lead the Generals. Cleanup hitter, trying to keep the inning going with 2 outs. First pitch from Powell. Downstairs for a ball, 1-0. Gomez singled with 1 out. He's still there with 2. Man, when I played Little League, we never got our names on the back of our shirts. What the hell's the world coming to? There's one all the way down on the counter. Yeah. Another throw to first back in time. Meant to mute my mic. Trying to tell the PA announcer when another fan was in the counter, and lo and behold, I forgot to hit the button. 1-1 the count. 2 outs, top of the first. Powell checks the runner, the 1-1. Swung on and missed, 1-2. Powell a pitch away from striking out the side here in the first. Powell checked the runner. The 1-2. Runner's off with the pitch. Lifted toward right field. Guy coming in, and he'll settle under it and make the catch. So a 1-2 breaking ball that White was able to get a hold of, but he flies out to right to win the inning for the Generals in the first. No runs to hit. No errors, a runner left. Your score after a half an inning, Waynesboro 0. Winchester coming to bat. You're listening to the Winchester Royals in Valley Baseball League action. Jordan Bright takes the mound for the Waynesboro Generals. Right-hander from North Carolina A&T. Bright making his 4th appearance, 3rd start. He's worked 11 innings, 15 hits, 12 runs. They're all earned. He's walked 8, struck out 11. Record of nothing in 1. He has an earned run average of 9.81 as he takes the hill for the Generals here tonight. He'll face the Royals 1, 2, 3 here in the first. Padilla, Guy, and Abraham. Royals team that struggled to get runs Wednesday and Thursday against Woodstock, but got the offense in gear Friday night and Saturday against Purcellville and Newmarket. Jamie Padilla will lead it off, the left fielder from Shenandoah University for Winchester. I was just Bright finishing up his warm-up tosses. Throw to second, and we are ready to go. Bottom of the first. No score. Jamie Padilla, again, the Royals leadoff hitter, looking to pick up their third win in a row. Padilla, a .352 hitter, playing in his 18th game, 25 for 71. No home runs, 12 RBIs. His 12 RBIs lead the Royals. Right behind him, Todd Abraham with 10. 1 home run between the two, so they're not hitting him out of the ballpark to drive in runs. That means a lot of guys getting on base in front of him. First pitch to Padilla, in there for a strike, 0-1. Both starting pitchers looking for their first win of the season. Bright winds his 0-1. Fastball in there for a strike, 0-2. Couple of good live fastballs from Jordan Bright to get ahead in the count here. Padilla right up on the plate. Set up outside the 0-2. Check swing. Did he go too far? They're going to say yes, he did. A fastball up in his eyes. He couldn't hold up. And just like the top of the first for the Generals, Padilla down on 3 strikes to start the first. Bring up Connor Guy. Guy, the right fielder from St. John River State College. Guy started the season hot, cooled off a little bit. He's gotten hot again. 286 hitter playing in his 17th game, 14 for 49. 1 home run, 5 RBIs, left-handed hitting outfielder. He's right up on the plate too. The first pitch, miss outside, 1-0. Bright has his sign, the wind, the 1-0. That'll miss outside. A couple of good fastballs on the outside corner, just off the plate. 2-0 the count to the Royals. Right fielder, he has walked a bunch here the last 3 games. 6 or 7 at least, maybe even 8, depending on what he did last night in Newmarket. The 2-0, that's in there for a strike, 2-1. Royals looking for their first base runner. We're playing in the bottom half of the first. Last regular season meeting between these two teams. Northern Division, Southern Division teams play each other twice, one home, once away. Line toward left, that's going to be in for a base hit. So just like the Generals in the first, top of the first, Guy, a 1-out single. And he'll be there now for Todd Abraham. Abraham, the second baseman from Binghamton University, hitting .302 his 14th game, 13 for 43. He has 1 home run, 10 RBIs. He'd like to hit one off the scoreboard and tie Padilla for the team lead in RBIs right here. Get this very nice Sunday evening crowd to their feet. Bright's first pitch to Abraham. Upstairs for a ball. Guy down at first. 11 for 12 in stolen bases. Must have got thrown out last night once because he was perfect on the season. The 1-0 to Abraham. That's downstairs 2-0. See what the Royals do here. 2-0. Good speed at first. Middle of the order. Up with one out. Bright takes a look at first. The 2-0 guy off of the pitch. The throw down to second. It's going to be on the third base side of the bag and backed up nicely by Buchanan to save a throwing error. And Guy will be in scoring position now with one out. Stolen base number 12 for Connor Guy. The pitch was outside. It's now 3-0 to Abraham. You got to believe, barring a fastball right on his belt buckle, he's taken here. The 3-0 fastball high and tight, ball 4. So the Royals, a couple of one-out base runners here in the first. For Parker Fry, 2-run home run here to get the Royals started on Friday night. Fry playing in his 9th game for the Royals, a .233 hitter. 7 for 30, 1 home run, 9 RBIs. Chance to add to that number, and he'd like to get in the conversation for the lead in RBIs with Padilla and Abraham. First pitch, slider misses in, 1-0. After striking out Padilla on 3 pitches, he gave up a single to Guy. Walked Abraham on 4 pitches. Now behind in the count here to Fry. The 1-0, way outside, 2-0. And you know, 2-0, Fry's got the green light, looking for a fastball that he can handle here and possibly get the Royals on the board. Bright comes set. He'll check the runners. The 2-0. Upstairs, high and away, and it's 3-0. So after the hit to Guy, or after Guy's hit rather, he's missed with 7 straight, and Vaquera's going to go out and have a chat with him, try to settle his pitcher down and get him back in the zone. You got to believe that Fry probably taking a pitch here. But the game has changed a whole lot since I played 100 years ago, so we'll see. Three balls, no strikes, 1 out. Runners at first and second. Royals trying to jump on top here in the bottom of the first. Fastball, borderline strike. And after throwing 7 out of the zone in a row, he gets the borderline call. 3-1 the count now to Fry. Bright's 3-1. Line toward right center field. Coming on is going to be Gomez. He's not going to get it. It's going to roll all the way to the fence. Rounding third, coming home. 1 run's going to score. They're going to hold Abraham at first, or at third rather. Abraham had to hold up and make sure Gomez didn't get to it. Gomez made a valiant effort, but just out of his reach, and once it got by him, it went all the way to the fence. So give Fry his 10th RBI of the season, and the Royals jump out to a 1-0 lead. And just like that, we're going to have a visit from the Generals dugout. So Guy scores to make it 1-0. Fry had 4 RBIs here Friday night. Did not get one last night, although you could argue he probably should have, but that'll be a discussion for another day. An RBI double here. He doubled in the first inning last night to get the Royals going. And now Nick Rubendahl will hit. Runners on second and third, still just 1 out. Nick, the first baseman from Shepherd University. Rubendahl, a .231 hitter, his 14th game, 9 for 39. No home runs, 7 RBIs. You know, he'd like to get a base hit here and drive in a couple. First pitch to Big Nick. High and tight, 1-0. So Bright has gotten behind the last 3 hitters, 4 hitters now, and the last 3 have all reached. Big deep breath. He works from the full windup with runners on second and third. That one fouled into the screen. Nick had a big cut. Came up empty. 1-1 the count to the Royals first baseman. Nick Rubendow trying to get the Royals a crooked number on the board here in the first inning. The 1-1. Slider stays high and tight, 2-1. Bright has his sign. Big deep breath. He'll wind the 2-1. Fouled out of play, 2-2. With 1 out, Guy singled, stole second. Abraham walked. Parker Fry doubled to move the runner to third and score a run. They're at second and third now with 1 out. As the Royals trying to add on. Bright's 2-2 to Rubendahl. That'll stay high, 3-2. He's gone full on the 5th hitter in the Royals lineup. Sean Pokerock waits on deck. Barring a bizarre double play here to end the inning, he'll get a chance to hit. The payoff pitch stays high, ball 4. He's walked the second one of the inning, and the Royals will have him loaded for Sean Pokerock. There is a right-hander up and getting loose in the Wyanesboro bullpen. Again, Wyanesboro off tomorrow, so they can be a little more bullpen happy here if they need to. Pokerock hitting .400 on the game. He's played just 2 games for the Royals. His 3rd game, he's 2 for 5. No home runs, no RBIs, but he hits with 1 out and the bases loaded here in the first. Slider stays upstairs, 1-0. And after striking out Padilla on 3 pitches, Bright has lost the strike zone. A couple of walks, a couple of hits. And the Royals looking to put a big number on the board here in the first. Bright winds the 1-0. Fastball in there for a strike, 1-1. I think Sean might have thought that was a little bit low, asking the umpire and probably not hearing the answer he wanted to hear. Count evens up 1-1. Double play and the Generals get out of it with very little damage. The 1-1. That's off the plate, 2-1. Good location for him, though. That's exactly where his catcher was set up, but didn't get the call. The 2-1 upstairs. Oh, wow. That was upstairs, and Pokerock didn't like it. I thought it was up, but 2-2 the count now as Bright gets the benefit of a borderline fastball about letter high. A couple of strikes called on Pokerock he didn't like. Now he'll have to go to work 2-2. The 2-2, that stays up 3-2. Anywhere close, you got to be hacking. You don't want to get rung up in this situation. He's already been called a couple strikes he didn't like. 3 balls, 2 strikes, 1 out, bases loaded. Pokerock trying to make him pay. Fouled out of play, we'll do it again, 3-2. Had a good hack, fouled it back. Not a good day to be throwing 30 pitches in the first inning, as it's still about 90 plus out there. The 3-2 from Bright. Grounded toward second, could be 2. Harrington up with it. He'll flip the, oh, he can't hold on to it. He lost his handle as he's trying to throw it to second. So he'll take the out at first. It will not be an error as he got the out at first, but it'll cost the Generals a run, as it could have very easily been a double play. Abraham will score to make it 2-0. Fry moves to third. Rubendahl to second, and they'll bring up Ty Fredo. And you know, Ty would absolutely love to get a hit here. Fredo, the shortstop from Mount St. Mary's, first pitch to Ty. Upstairs for a ball, 1-0. Fredo not having anywhere near the season offensively he'd like to, hitting 071. His 11th game, 2 for 28, no home runs, 4 RBIs. The 1-0 to Fredo. That's in there for a strike. Another high strike. Another Royals hitter not happy with a high strike. And I said it Friday night, when you're hitting 071, those pitches always go against you. You never get those calls. The 1-1. Lifted toward right, left field. Going back on it is the left fielder to the fence, and it is a gone. Ty Fredo with the 3-run blast to left. How about your third hit of the season being a 3-run jack? Just what Mr. Fredo needed right there. Just to the right of the scoreboard. The left fielder and the right center fielder went back as far as they could, but got to the 2014 ODAC regular season championship sign and watched it fly. And that is going to be the end of the line for the Wyanesboro starter. How about Ty Fredo hitting 071 on the year? He just drove in runs 5, 6, and 7 for him on the season. His first home run, and he will chase the general starter here. Doesn't get out of the first inning, and the Royals lead it 5-0. Let's see if that doesn't get Ty going. Something good to happen to him in the batter's box is exactly what he needed. The Royals just 3 hits on the game so far, but lead it now 5-0. The new pitcher, number 2, and he's not going to be on that roster. We got to find the other roster to tell you who he is. Evan Jackson from LaGrange College will be the new Generals pitcher. Jackson, a right-hander. Track him down and we'll give you his numbers. Gotta take my glasses off. I can't see the computer screen with the sun in my face, and doesn't help being half blind either. All right. Evan Jackson for the Waynesboro Generals. And I am not seeing Mr. Jackson on the stat sheet here, so we'll assume Evan Jackson making his season debut for Waynesboro. So Jackson comes in, nobody on, 2 outs. He'll face John Emmendorfer. Emmendorfer, the third baseman from Charleston Southern. He's had a couple of good nights here lately. He had 3 or 4 RBIs on Friday night. A 286 hitter, his 11th game, 10 for 35. No home runs, 9 RBIs. Ty Fredo, his first home run of the season, gets the Royals up 5. First pitch off the plate for ball, 1-0. The 1-0 off the plate, 2-0. And yeah, we're thinking down there, if Parker Fry can get a hold of one, he might hit a 3-run bomb, make it 3-0. But Fredo said, no, sir, I've got this. I'll take care of it myself. And he did. The 2-0 in there for a strike, 2-1. So both walks issued by Jordan Bright come in to score. He's allowed 5 runs. They're all earned. He gave up just 3 hits, but 2 of them for extra bases. The 2-1. Lined into center field coming on is Smith. He's not going to get there. And Emmendorfer will get it going again with a 2-out single to center field. And the Royals have batted around here in the first. Jordan Bright goes just 2/3 of an inning. Struck out 1. Struck out the first hitter of the inning, and kind of all went downhill from there. So 2/3 of an inning, 5 runs, all earned, 3 hits, 2 walks, 1 strikeout. He did give up the home run That'll bring up Bodie Poland, center fielder for the Royals. High and tight, and before I can tell you anything about Bodie, he gets one in the shoulder, and the Royals will have 2 on with 2 out here in the first. And Jamie Padilla, chance to make amends for his strikeout to start the inning. The only other out of the inning drove in a run. Padilla 0 for 1. He struck out to start the game. Now he's got a chance to add to his team high 12 RBIs. Runner at second, Emmendorfer. Runner at first, Poland. Good speed on the bases. That's upstairs for a ball. 1-0. I never wrote down the new pitcher. The 1-0 on my defensive sheet anyway. That fastball in there for a strike. 1-1. So Evan Jackson making his Waynesboro debut, at least for this summer. Not sure if he was with them last year or not. The 1-1. Swung on and missed. Good live fastball. Padilla down in the count. 1-2, and you can rest assured if Padilla strikes out for the second time in this inning, he's going to hear it when he gets back to the dugout. Baseball players are just relentless. The 1-2. Fouled out of play. We'll do it again. 1-2. Emmendorfer at second. Poland at first will be off with the swing. Poland can run one out. I'm sorry. If Padilla can run one out the alley, Bodie Poland a good chance to score from first. The 1-2. Downstairs, 2-2. They're going to ask for help down the first base line, but he did not go. And I think the Generals right now are just looking for a break. It's near 100 degrees, and they've been out there for a while on that turf. The 2-2 to Padilla. Line into center field is going to drop in for a base hit. No, it's not either. Coming on to make the play is Smith. It looked like off the bat it was going to drop in for a hit, but Smith able to come on and track it down. Padilla will make 2 outs here in the first, but the Royals score 5 runs on 4 hits. There are no Waynesboro errors, and the Royals leave 2 on base, and after 1, it's Winchester 5, Waynesboro nothing. You're listening to the Winchester Royals in Valley Baseball League action. Welcome back to Bridgeforth Field. Mark Sawyer on the call for tonight's game between the Generals and the Royals. 5-0 Winchester. We go to the second. Royals put together a 9-run third inning last night, a 5-run first inning here tonight. Back to the mound for the Royals, Owen Powell. He had a nice long rest in between innings. Let's see how that affects him. He'll face 5, 6, 7 here in the Waynesboro second. Alfonso will lead it off. First pitch from Powell. Slider misses upstairs. 1-0 on the season, hitting .333. His 14th game, 14 for 42. No home runs, 12 RBIs. He is second in the team in RBIs behind White. The 1-0 from Powell. 2-0 as he misses high and tight. And the last thing you want to do after your offense gives you 5 runs is start walking guys. In fact, what you want to do is go 1, 2, 3 and out and get your guys back to the stick, see if they can't get you some more. The 2-0. Swung on and missed. He chased one down and out of the zone. 2-1 the count. Noah Murray, the third baseman from the University of Virginia, waits on deck. Name's not on the printed roster, so we'll assume he's making his first appearance of the season for Wyanesboro. The 2-1. Grounded sharply to third, backhanded by Emmendorfer. He'll set his feet, throw on to first in time. Nice play by the Royals' third baseman, John Emmendorfer, to keep the leadoff hitter off the bases here in the second. And that'll bring up Noah Murray. Again, Murray not on the printed roster. Of course, with it being the weekend, the rosters were printed on Friday. So we'll take a quick look and see if Mr. Murray is on the stat sheet. And I don't see him, so we'll assume that Murray, like Evans, making his first appearance. I'm sorry, not like Jackson, Evan Jackson. First pitch off the plate for ball 1-0. Murray, the third baseman, hitting in the 6th hole for Waynesboro. 1-0. Swung on and missed. He tried to hold up, couldn't. And for those of you that have been in a dark closet somewhere and haven't heard, old former player that played for me here for the Winchester Royals, Chris Pollard, recently named head coach at the University of Virginia. Congratulations to Chris. Not that I believe he's listening. Fastball catches the inside corner, 1-2. Ball and 2 strikes, 1 out. Powell trying to get through the inning and get the hitters off the hot turf and back to swinging the bats. The 1-2. That'll miss downstairs. Count evens up 2-2. Two balls, 2 strikes, 1 out. General's got a 1-out hit in the first, left him at first. Trying to rebound from a 5-run Royals first. Check swing, did he go? They're going to call him out on this pitch. He checked up, but home plate umpire said the slider caught the outside part. And he will be a strikeout victim for the second out here in the second. Third strikeout for Powell. That'll bring up Anthony Clavette. Clavette, the designated hitter from Kennesaw State, hitting .368 for the Generals, second and highest on the team. First pitch downstairs for a ball. Playing in his 16th game, 21 for 57, 1 home run, 14 RBIs. He is tied with White for the RBI lead for the Generals at 14. The 1-0 in there for a strike, 1-1. Clavette thought that might have been a little bit inside. Ball and a strike, 2 outs. Generals half of the second inning, the 1-1. Just misses inside, 2-1. Powell trying to turn in his first 1-2-3 inning of the night. He'll set the 2-2, or I'm sorry, the 2-1 rather. Downstairs, he's gone 3-1. Three balls and a strike. Clavette trying to reach with 2 outs. Swung on and missed. He might have chased ball 4. Up around his letters, although we have seen that called a strike here tonight. So Anthony got himself a fastball in a spot he thought he could get a hold of and foul tipped it at the plate to run the count full, 3-2. Powell comes set, payoff pitch to Anthony Clavette. Strike 3 called. Clavette was headed toward first. That outside corner has been productive for Powell here in the first 2 innings. His 4th strikeout. The Generals go in order here in the second. Your score after 1.5, Winchester 5, Waynesboro nothing. You're listening to the Winchester Royals and Valley Baseball League action. Evan Jackson back to the mound for the Generals. He'll face 2-3-4 here in the Royals' second out-of-town scores. In case you missed it, Woodstock has knocked off Covington. A 4 o'clock game in Casey Field and Covington. Woodstock wins that one 6-4. Culpeper leads Front Royal 5-3 across the bridges. They're in the top of the fifth. Strasburg is all over Harrisonburg. Strasburg, who beat Newmarket 14-0 on Friday night, leads Harrisonburg 12-2. They're in the top of the fifth. Newmarket 2-0 over Charlottesville. No score between Percival and Stanton. They're in the top of the first. That's Newmarket scored, bottom of the second inning. First pitch to Connor Guy. Off the plate for a ball, 1-0. Guy 1 for 1. Singled, stole a base, and scored a run in the Royals' first. The 1-0. That's downstairs, 2-0. So the Generals, though they have tomorrow off, probably don't want to use a whole lot of pitchers, as everybody with some makeup games. The 2-0. Flared toward left center field, coming in. Everybody, and nobody's going to get to it. A diving attempt by Alfonso, but he'll come up short, and Guy will pick up his second hit of the game. And they'll tell you when you get back to the dugout, looks like a line drive in the scorebook. He's 2 for 2. Brings up Todd Abraham. Abraham walked and scored his first time up. Guy again at first picked up his 12th stolen base of the game, or the season, in the first. Down there with nobody out for Abraham, takes a slider in there for a strike. 0-1. See if the Royals, up 5 with nobody out, put Guy in motion again. I would assume they probably will. The 0-1 to Abraham. High hopper to third, should be easy. One on to second for one, on to first for a double play. Murray turns it over to Harrington, who gets it to White. A 5-4-3 double play. Erases the leadoff hit. And that'll bring up Parker Fry to hit now with 2 outs and nobody on. Fry doubled and drove in a run his first time up. Also came in to score to make it 3-0. He actually scored on the 3-run home run by Fredo. First pitch off the plate for a ball, 1-0. The 1-0. That's in there for a strike, 1-1. So Guy singled to lead it off, but Abraham high hopped into a 5-4-3 double play, the 1-1. That'll miss outside, 2-1 the count. 5 hits for the Royals, 5 runs on 5 hits for the Royals. No runs a hit for the Generals. Neither team has committed an error yet. The 2-1. It's downstairs, 3-1. The 3-1 misses inside, and Fry will draw the walk. He'll be a 2-out base runner now for Nick Rubendahl, who walked his first time up, and he scored on the 3-run home run. Fry short lead at first, not a big stolen base threat. With 2 outs here in the second. First pitch to Rubendahl, and that'll hit him. So Fry doesn't have to worry about stealing second. He'll get handed it as Rubendahl takes a pitch off the hip, and a pair of 2-out free passes will bring up Sean Pokerock. Pokerock 0 for 1, but drove in a run in the first. His RBI ground out made it 2-0. Chance for him to drive in some runs now. First pitch fastball in there for a strike, 0-1. So Jackson, after getting the double play to erase the base runners, has walked a hitter and hit a hitter. Now the Royals a chance to add on with 2 outs here in the second. That'll miss outside. Count evens, 1-1. Jackson comes set, checks the runners, the 1-1. Grounded towards short. High hop, and they're going to have no play, and he's going to run over and make sure Fry stays on the bag. Buchanan fielded it, had no play at first, but he chased down Fry to third and was ready to put the tag on him in case Fry rounded the bag and took a look. Good base running by Fry as he got there and stayed. It'll go as an infield hit. Royals' 6th hit, and guess what? Fredo up now with the bases loaded, a chance to add on some more RBIs. I tell you what, that home run, when you're hitting 071, you hit one out of the ballpark, that's got to feel good. I mean, it feels good if you're hitting 400 and you hit one out of the ballpark. First pitch fouled into the screen, 0-1. The 0-1 to Fredo. Slider in there for a strike, 0-2. And he may not see another fastball this at bat. He may get a steady dose of breaking balls down and away, try to get him to chase. 0-2. He got a fastball and he ripped it right into center field for a base hit. 1 run's in. Rounding third, they're going to hold him up. Jackson just grooved an 0-2 fastball right down the middle, and Fredo laced it into center field for a base hit. His 2nd hit of the game, his 4th RBI, and that has got to feel good for Ty Fredo. Parker Fry scores another run to make it 6-0, and now Emmendorfer, who's been hot of late, singled his first time up. A chance to add on here. Fredo 2 for 2. And Emmendorfer will pop the first pitch up, the first. 2 in the inning. But the Royals get a couple of free passes and cash them in. 1 run on 3 hits. There were no errors. The Royals will leave them loaded. Your score after 2 complete. Winchester 6, Wyanesboro 0. You're listening to the Winchester Royals in Valley Baseball League action. Welcome back to Bridgeforth Field, Winchester, Virginia. We go to the third. Royals lead at 6-0. 6 runs on 7 hits for the Royals. No runs a hit for the Generals. They will send up 8-9-1 to hit here in the third. Kazir Harrington, the second baseman from the University of Texas, will lead it off. Harrington, a 300 hitter, playing in his 13th game, 9 for 30, no home runs, 5 RBIs. Right-handed hitting second baseman. First pitch from Powell, upstairs for a ball, 1-0. Powell, a couple of long innings to sit and rest while his offense was putting runs on the board, and certainly as a pitcher you love that, but it kind of screws up your rhythm a little bit. Had fastball in there for a strike, 1-1. Ball and a strike, nobody out, top of the third. Generals trying to get on the board and get going here in the third. The 1-1 to Harrington. Slider in there for a strike, 1-2. The 1-2, that'll miss way down and away. 2-2 the count. Powell comes, sets the 2-2. Off the end of the bat, down the first base line. Harrington thought it was going to go foul. Powell dived to make sure it doesn't go foul. He hits it before it goes into foul territory, and then had plenty of time to pick it up from his knees and flip to first. Harrington thought it was foul all the way and didn't realize where it was, and by the time he did, Powell had gone over and touched it in fair territory. It rolled into foul territory, but then he was able to grab it from his knees, flip to first in time. That'll bring up Jose Ficara. First pitch in there for a strike, 0-1. See if we can find Jose on their stat sheet. I do not see him as that one's tapped foul. 0-2, so we'll say that, oh, there he is, way at there, way at the top. A .333 hitter playing in his sixth game, 5 for 15. No home runs, 3 RBIs. The 0-2 lifted toward left field. Padilla closing, Poland closing. Padilla will call it and take it for out number 2 here in the third. It's got to be a nice feeling if you can plug in the guy in the number 9 hole that's hitting .333. Back to the top of the order for the Generals. Seth Buchanan, shortstop, struck out his first time up. He's 0 for 1. First pitch to Buchanan. Grounded towards short. Fredo will field. Throw in time. Off balance throw. Good throw to first. And the Generals go in order here in the third. Another good inning from Owen Powell and the Winchester Royals. No runs, no hits, no errors. Nobody left. Your score after 2.5. Winchester 6. Waynesboro nothing. You're listening to the Winchester Royals in Valley Baseball League action. We go to the bottom of the third. The Generals will go to their third pitcher of the game. Nathan Burns, big right-hander from Longwood University, will take over on the mound. He'll face 9-1-2 for the Royals here in the third. Burns on the season. Let's see if I can get the computer to do what I want it to. And I don't see Nathan Burns on the stat sheet either, so we'll say Nathan Burns making his first appearance for the Generals also. See what Bodie Poland does here, and then we'll check Evan Jackson's numbers for the game. Second pitcher the Generals have brought in, making his debut here this afternoon or this evening. First pitch to Bodie Poland off the plate for a ball. Bodie hit by a pitch. His only time up so far. Was stranded at first in the Royals' 5-run first. The 1-0 to Poland. Downstairs for a ball. It'll kick off the catcher's glove, go all the way to the backstop. The 2-0 to Bodie Poland. That'll miss outside 3-0. Poland, good speed. Should he get on? Harrisonburg's closed the gap with Strasburg a little bit. It's now 12-5. They're in the top of the 6th. Fastball in there for a strike. 3-1 the count. We are in the bottom of the 3rd. The Royals lead it 6-0, trying to get the offense going again here in the 3rd. The 3-1 to Poland. Swung on and missed. He threw a fastball by him. Good live fastball there. Three-two pitch. Fouled into the screen. We'll do it again. 3-2. Poland had a good hack there. Royals have gotten 7 hits off of 2 Waynesboro pitchers through 2 innings, and that fastball swung on and missed, so Poland down on strikes. Back to the top of the order for the Royals, Jamie Padilla. Padilla 0 for 2. He hit twice in the first inning. Struck out and flew out. Now he'd like to get the Royals going with 1 out here in the 3rd. First pitch off the plate for a ball, 1-0. Padilla, to this point, is the only Royal that has not reached base, and we're only in the 3rd inning. The 1-1. Hammered deep to left field, going back on it. He's going to take a look, and it's going to be out of the ballpark. Jamie Padilla, a 1-0 fastball, and he gives it a ride. Second home run the Royals have hit here tonight. That makes the home crowd happy. Padilla, his first home run as a Royal, 13th RBI, and it's now 7-0. That'll bring up Connor Guy. Guy 2 for 2. Solid single in the first, a flare single in the second. Jamie Padilla not happy that he was 0 for 2 in the first, got into a fastball there. Makes it 7-0. First pitch to Guy off the plate for a ball, 1-0. That fastball down in the dirt, 2-0. It skids by and goes all the way to the backstop, and Guy playfully waves the runner on to second base, but there is no runner. I guess they're playing ghost runner rules here. Connor Guy facing a 2-0. That's upstairs 3-0. We were trying to get numbers put together for Evan Jackson before Padilla launched one. The 3-0 to Guy off the plate, and Guy will draw another walk. He's done that a lot here the last several nights. He's on base for the 3rd time. That'll bring up Todd Abraham. Walked and scored in the first. Grounded into a double play in the second. We are in the 3rd inning. Everybody for the Royals has been on base. All but 3 guys have hits for the Royals, and all but 4 have driven in a run. First pitch off the plate for a ball, 1-0 to Todd Abraham. And as long as we're doing that, let's take a look. And only 3 guys for the Royals have not scored a run yet. Fry has scored twice. The 1-0 to Abraham in there for a strike. 1-1. The 1-1, that's high and away, 2-1. So Evan Jackson will not figure into the decision here this evening. He goes an inning and a third, allows a run. It's earned. 4 hits, 1 walk, 1 strikeout. He hit a batter. And now Nathan Burns, the third pitcher for the Generals, here in the early going. The 2-1 to Abraham. Off with the pitch is Guy, and he probably had it stolen, but Abraham fouls the pitch out of play, so Guy will have to come back. He's already stolen 1 tonight, his 12th of the year. He is 12 for 13 in stolen bases, and probably would have got that one there. The 2-2 from Burns. Slider down and away, and that's going to go all the way to the backstop, and that'll be a wild pitch. So Guy will not have a chance to steal second, though he has been known to swipe third. He'll be in scoring position now with 1 out. Royals a 10-run rule victory last night, having thoughts of that here tonight in the early going. Payoff pitch to Abraham. Off the plate for a ball, and Abraham will draw a walk. Second time he's been walked tonight. Second walk in a row after the home run. And the really good thing, especially if you're the Royals and have a couple games in the next couple nights, the River Bandits, they were here last week. The Generals are off tomorrow, so they'll rest their bullpen and everybody else, but the Royals on the road both tomorrow and Tuesday before they get a day off on Wednesday. And then the Royals are pretty much backed up until the 4th of July holiday, playing every day. So those 10-run rule games give you a couple innings that you don't have to spend a bullpen arm. And that's probably what the Royals are thinking here. It'd be nice. Now, regardless of how many runs the Royals score, or anybody scores for that matters, you have to play 7. So Parker Fry will stand in. Fry 1 for 1, an RBI double, scored twice. He's also walked, a chance to drive in one now. Fastball in there for a strike. 0-1. Chance to drive in another one, I should say. He did drive in a run with his first inning double. The 0-1 to Fry. Foul toward the Wyanesboro dugout, 0-2. Guy walked with 1 out. Abraham followed him with a 1-out walk. They're on first and second now with 1 out for Parker Fry, trying to add to a 7-0 Royals lead here in the third. The 0-2. That'll miss outside, 1-2. This is one of those games that if you get a big enough lead, you have the opportunity to get other guys in the game, but the Royals do a pretty good job of rotating their guys anyway. The 1-2 rip foul, but hooks toward the Waynesboro bullpen. One of the relievers will jump the fence and track it down and get it off the field as it kicked off the fence and rolled back into fair territory. It'll go as a solid strike to Parker Fry as he got a pitch he liked and ripped it, but hooked it foul. Royals have out hit the Generals 8-1. The 1-2. Slider down and in, and Guy is going to steal third. He got a good pitch to go on as that pitch broke down and in. Count evens up 2-2. Guy steals his second of the game, his 13th of the season. And the Royals have runners on first and third now with 1 out. Abraham did not follow him, so he's still at first. The 2-2. Fouled into the screen. We'll do it again, 2-2. Guy got a great jump and took advantage of Burns, who basically took one look at him, and as soon as he came back to the plate, Guy was off for third. Burns sets the 2-2. That'll miss outside 3-2, and some of the generals want to know where that one was because they've seen that called a strike on the other half of the inning. Count runs full now on Parker Fry. Check of the runners, the 3-2. Abraham off with the pitch. That ball ripped into right field. One run's going to score. Abraham rounding second. He's headed to third. It's going to be an RBI single for Parker Fry. As Abraham goes first to third. The Royals play a little hit and run, and Fry rips one into right. His second RBI of the game. It's about 7 for him in the last 3 games. And that'll bring up Nick Rubendahl as the Royals have the offense in gear here again, as they have scored twice, and that's going to bring another visit from the Wyanesboro dugout. They do not have anybody up throwing yet. Remember, Burns just came into the game. He's only faced 5 hitters. Struck out Poland to start the inning, and everybody else has reached. Padilla home run, Guy and Abraham walks, and then Parker Fry an RBI single, and we are going to have a pitching change. So though nobody was throwing at the time, they've got one that they say is ready to go. So Burns goes a third of an inning, and he'll be replaced, and the Generals go to their 4th pitcher in 3 innings. Looks like number 17 on to pitch for the Generals, Harrison Lombardi from Lewisburg College. I haven't been in college baseball for a number of years, but Lewisburg used to be a very good baseball program. I don't know that they still are. I don't know that they're not. Burns goes just a third of an inning. The 2 guys on base are his responsibility. Quickly looking for Harrison Lombardi on their stat sheet, and there he is. Lombardi making his 5th appearance on relief. He's worked 8 innings, allowed 14 hits, 12 runs, 9 are earned. He has walked 7, struck out 3. No record. Comes in with an earned run average of 10.12. 4th pitcher of the game, 4th right-handed pitcher of the game for Wyanesboro. Nathan Burns only gave up 1 hit. I'm sorry, gave up 2 hits. One of them left the ballpark. He walked 2. One has already scored. One is at third. Struck out 1, did not hit a batter. He will not figure in the decision tonight. So far as giving up 2 runs, they're both earned. But again, the 2 guys on base are his responsibility, as Nick Rubendahl would try to drive in a couple runs. Nick's been on base twice. He was walked in the first, came in to score on the Fredo home run. He's also been hit by a pitch. So looking for his first hacks, as he would like to get in the hit column and drive in a run or 2. Rubendahl again, 7 RBIs on the season, and he'll take one high and tight. They caught the attention of everybody down below. The oohs and ahs as he ducks out of the way. 1-0 to the Royals. First baseman Nick Rubendahl. Parker Fry at first. We'll see if the Royals put him in motion with 1 out. The 1-0. Slider drops in there for a strike. Count evens 1-1. 1-1 the count from Harrison Lombardi. Popped it up. Harrington calling everybody off, and he'll make the catch near the right field line between the infield and the outfield turf. And Rubendahl out for the second out of the inning, and that'll bring up Pokerock. Sean grounded out in the first, drove in a run. He's also singled and was stranded. 1 for 2 with an RBI. First pitch to Pokerock. Upstairs for a ball, 1-0. Ball and no strikes, 2 outs. Royals lead it 8-0. Owen Powell, another long inning to sit in the dugout and rest. The 1-0 to Pokerock. Another slider in there for a strike. Good hard slider from Harrison Lombardi. You got to wonder with a good solid breaking ball like that how his ERA is 10.12. He's been nasty with that pitch a couple times here. A 1-1. Line toward right center field. That's going to plug the alley. Fry's going to go first to third. Abraham's going to score easily. It'll be an RBI single for Pokerock, his second hit, second RBI of the game. And the Royals add on, make it now 9-0. And Ty Fredo, who was having a forgettable year at the plate, has had a night that he's probably never going to forget, and he'd like to keep that going. He's 2 for 2, a 3-run home run, an RBI single. He's driven in 4. He scored once. He has 2 hits. Slider in there for a strike, 0-1. Ty coming into the game had 2 hits for the season. He has doubled that now, including his first home run of the season. The 0-1. Tap foul, 0-2. Still a long way to go before you can even think about the 10-run rule stopping the game, but the Royals are inching closer to the required run total. The 0-2. Line into left field for a base hit. Ty Fredo have a night. His 3rd hit of the game, his 5th RBI. And Fredo's going to come into the coach's office tomorrow morning and see if he can't figure out a way to get the Generals back on the schedule. As he's 3 for 3 with 5 RBIs. He didn't have 3 hits all season total coming in. The Royals have scored 4 here in the inning. They lead it 10-0. They have batted around for the second time tonight and almost batted around in the second inning. John Emmendorfer, he's 1 for 2. He popped to first to end the second inning. He'll take a pitch high and tight. 1-0. He's 1 for 2. He has not scored and has not driven in a run, but a base hit here will change that. The 1-0. Upstairs, 2-0. Bodie Poland, who struck out to start this inning, waits on deck. If Emmendorfer can keep the inning going. The 2-0. Slider in there for a strike, 2-1. Two balls and a strike, 2 outs. Bottom of the 3rd, that'll catch the corner outside, 2-2. And I think there's some guys out there wearing Wyanesboro blues saying, where has that pitch been? Well, we've been out here all night. The 2-2. Slider off the plate, count runs full. Pokerock will be off from second, Fredo off from first. 3-2, 2 outs. If Emmendorfer can plug the alley, the Royals are going to get 2 more runs here. Good speed at first, and Ty Fredo. The 3-2. just over the head into right field. Nobody covering first. Harrington made a great play getting to the ball in shallow right field. Went to throw to first, and nobody was there as White went after the ball, and Lombardi couldn't get there. So Emmendorfer, an RBI single off the end of the bat, extends the inning, gives the Royals another run. Fredo goes first to third, and it's now 11-0, and Pody Poland with a chance to drive in a run. First pitch to Bodie, swung on, fouled into the screen, 0-1. Bodie has been hit by a pitch and struck out 0 for 1. Every Royals hitter has been on base at least once. All but 3 have gotten a hit, all but 3 have scored, and all but 4 have driven in a run. As Bodie tries to change that number here, the 0-1. Slider down and away, count evens up 1-1. I'm behind in my hits. I got a couple hits I got to make up for the Royals down here. I only have 10 down. The 1-1 to Poland. Fouled out of play 1-2. I didn't give Fry his second hit. And I didn't give Emmendorfer his second hit. Had a lot of runs to catch up on, too. 1-2 the count to Bodie Poland. Off of the pitch from first is Emmendorfer, lifted toward left center field. Looks like it's going to hang up enough for Smith to track it down and make the catch in left center, about a half a step or two from the warning track. For the second time tonight, a Royals hitter has made 2 outs in an inning, but the Royals add on. They score 5 more here in the third on 5 hits. No Waynesboro errors. The Royals will leave 2 more on base. Your score after 3 complete: Winchester 11, Waynesboro nothing. You're listening to the Winchester Royals and Valley Baseball League action. We go to the fourth, another long inning of rest for Owen Powell. And his job as a pitcher here, up 11-0, just throw strikes. Throw strikes, make them hit it, get guys out, get your guys back to the dugout swinging the bats. The sun's starting to go down. It has cooled off considerably here. So the long innings probably not taking a toll on the Waynesboro defense as much as it was in the early innings when it was 95 degrees, beating down on that AstroTurf, and they're out there watching the Royals run the bases like they were in a track meet. Leading off, Gomez. He's got the only hit for the Generals, and he'll lift this one first pitch to center field. Poland takes a couple steps in, a couple steps toward left, and he'll put it in his back pocket for the first out here of the inning. So 1 pitch, 1 out for Owen Powell. You got to believe that some of the Generals hitters will take a couple pitches, if nothing else, just to give their pitcher a chance to catch his breath. As he sits down in the dugout, Daniel Smith 0 for 1. He is struck out looking. The Royals are getting ready to hit for their 4th time in the game. The Generals just coming to the plate for the second. Fastball in there for a strike. 0-1, and you look down and you see the back of the home plate umpire is just dripping in sweat. I can feel you, brother. And I'm not wearing a chest protector. The 0-1. That'll miss downstairs. County evens up 1-1. Again, the Generals are off tomorrow. They are at Front Royal on Tuesday. They return home to take on Culpeper on Wednesday. Royals on the road most of the week. The 1-1 downstairs for a ball. 2-1. They have a makeup game with Woodstock tomorrow night in Woodstock. That's from last Friday that was rained out. At Culpeper on Tuesday. Barring no rain tomorrow night, they'll take Wednesday off and then return here to take on the Strasburg Express on Thursday. Powell's 2-1. It's high, 3-1. People often ask me how come I never umpired. I just look down there. That's a good reason right there. I'd be having a stroke. The 3-1. Swung on and missed. Good off-speed pitch from Powell. Powell's 3-2. Swung on and missed. He came all the way back and struck out Smith. Two outs. That'll bring up Parker White. Close the book on Nathan Burns. First, we'll take a look at Parker White's first pitch here from Owen Powell. Off the plate for ball 1-0. Burns goes a third of an inning. He allows 2 hits, 4 runs. They're all earned. He walked 2, struck out 1. He only faced 5 batters, but 4 of them came in to score. The 1-0 popped out of play, 1-1. The Royals have tagged 4 Generals pitchers for 11 runs and 12 hits through 3 innings. There is nobody getting loose in the Waynesboro bullpen right now. The 1-1 downstairs for a ball, 2-1, and boy, oh boy, if you're up 11-0, you sure don't want to walk, guys. Powell through 3+ has only allowed 1 base runner, the 1-out hit in the first. In fact, after this 2-1 pitch, fouled out of play 2-2, he has retired the last 10 guys he's faced. The last 2 in the first, 3 in a row in the second and third, and 2 to start the inning here. And he's retired 10 of the 11 he has faced. I'm sorry, 11 of the 12 he's faced. I'm still working on that math thing. The 2-2. That's off the plate for ball, 3-2. Three balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Royals lead it 11-0. Big deep breath from Powell, the 3-2. Dropped a slider in there. White thought it was up or out or something. He took it. He is strike 3 looking, and that is 11 in a row retired by Owen Powell for the Generals. Third straight, 3 up, 3 down inning. We go to the bottom of the 4th. Winchester leading it by the score of 11-0. You're listening to the Winchester Royals in Valley Baseball League action. We go to the bottom of the fourth. The Royals have a nice, comfortable 11-0 lead, but as somebody that has seen Valley baseball for the last 30-plus years, that doesn't mean anything. No lead is safe in this league. You still got to play the game and get people out. Jamie Padilla is going to lead it off. Padilla made 2 outs in the first inning, wasn't happy about it, so he came up in the third with 1 out and hit a solo home run that at the time made it 7-0. The Royals proceeded to score 4 more times after that. He's 1 for 3 with a run and an RBI. It is first home run of the season. And he'll take a pitch off the plate for a ball, 1-0. The 1-0 in there for a strike. 1-1 the count on Jamie Padilla. Royals would really love to close this thing out in 7 innings. Ground ball to short. Buchanan up with it. He'll off-balance throw, and he'll throw it away. He tried the off-balance throw. He overthrew the first baseman, and Padilla is going to cruise into second easily. That'll be the first error of the game, and Padilla will be in scoring position with nobody out. I know Padilla's got good speed. He wanted to hurry, but I think Buchanan had a little bit more time than he thought he did. Probably a chance to at least set his feet, but he tried the off-balance throw, and he launched it. First error of the game for either team, and now Connor Guy, who has been on base all 3 times, 2 for 2 with a couple of runs scored, looking to drive in his first run of the game. He'll take a fastball in there. 0-1 the count. The 0-1 high chopper over the mound is going to get to Harrington at second. He's going to throw on to first, and he's going to be safe. Guy beat it. Harrington did all he could. He came in on the high chopper, had to wait for it to come back down to earth. And by the time he got to it and threw it to first, Guy beat it out. So give Guy his 3rd hit of the game. We have a defensive change to let you know about for the Generals. New first baseman, but before that, Todd Abraham will hit. He is 0 for 1. He's grounded into a double play. He's walked twice and scored twice. First pitch, Guy takes off for second, and he's going to steal his 3rd bag of the game. Kyle Baxt from Oberlin College, the new first baseman for Wyanesboro. And he had no chance on that throw from Buchanan. This ball lifted toward dead center field, going back onto to Smith. Smith's giving it a look, and he is going to not catch up to it. It's going to one-hop the fence. They're going to stop Guy at second as he had to make sure it wasn't going to be caught. Smith gave it all he could to go back and catch it, but it was over his head, one-hop the fence. Abraham didn't miss getting it out of here by much. Padilla scores easily. Guy cruises into third. And it'll be a one-run double for Abraham. His first RBI and first hit of the game. And the Royals now lead at 12-0 for Parker Fry, who is 2 for 2, 2 RBIs. He has scored 3 times, and he's got a chance to get a little closer with Padilla. Padilla has 1 RBI, so that gives him 13 for the year. The 1-0 is Fry. Fry with a base hit here could overtake Padilla for the RBI lead. Didn't know we were going to have a race for that title here in this game, but they're both driving him in. The 1-1 to Fry. Off the plate for a ball, 2-1. For Abraham, his 11th RBI, so he's thrown his name into that conversation. The 2-1 to Parker Fry. Driven toward left center field. It's going to drop for a base hit. Abraham had to make sure it wasn't going to be caught. They're going to send him. The throw to the plate. Cut off at first, and it's going to be not in time. The new first baseman Bax cut it off, but his throw to the plate not in time. So give Parker Fry 2 more RBIs. I think that's 8 for the last 2 home games for Parker Fry. Guy scores easily. Abraham right behind him. And the Royals are pouring it on here in the 4th. Nobody out, runner at first. Nick Rubendahl, he is 0 for 1. He's popped a second. He's been hit and walked. He scored a run. First pitch slider in there for a strike, 0-1. I got to go back and make up a couple more hits. As soon as I get the Royals caught up, they get more hits. Popped up. Coming in is Baxt. Going out is Fakira, and Bax will come on and make the catch. I got to write his name down before I forget who's playing first. So Kyle Bax makes the play in foul territory. Rubendahl will foul out for the first out here in the inning. That'll bring up Sean Pokerock. 2 for 3. He's driven in 2. He's scored once. First pitch to Pokerock downstairs for a ball, 1-0. Royals have scored 3 more times here in the inning. Now lead at 14-0. The 1-0 to Pokerock misses high and in, 2-0. Guy has scored 3 times. Abraham has scored 3 times. Fry has scored 3 times. Fry's at first, chance to make it 4. The 2-0 to Pokerock. Foul tipped into the catcher's mitt, 2-1. Guy has 3 hits on the game. The 2-1 to Pokerock. Fouled out of play, 2-2. Fry has 3 hits in the game. The Royals 14 runs, 15 hits, no errors. 2-2 high and tight, 3-2. The Generals have been shut down on 1 hit through 4 innings. A 1-out single for Wyanesboro in the first. They have not had a base runner since. And the Royals have been running around the bases like the kids after the games. Through high and tight, it'll be ball 4. Pokerock will draw the walk. If you're ever here after a Royals game, all the kids get on the field and run the bases like they're doing a relay race. That's what the Royals have been doing on the base paths here today. And that'll bring up Ty Fredo, who was struggling mightily coming into this game, but he has taken care of that with 3 hits, 5 RBIs, a 3-run home run, a couple of singles, a chance to drive in more runs here. And there for a strike, 0-1. Coming into the game, Fredo had 4 RBIs. He has doubled that. He's got 9, 1-1. Talk about busting out with authority. The 1-1 to Ty. That'll miss outside, 2-1. There's a right-hander up on, there is a right-hander on the back mound playing catch. So Wyanesboro, another right-hander up getting loose in the bullpen. The 2-1 to Ty Fredo. That'll miss outside, 3-1. So for the 3rd game in a row, the Royals are in double figures. This time they've done it in 3+ innings. They beat Percival 10-4 on Friday night, a 13-1 walloping of Newmarket at Newmarket last night. That's going to get by and go all the way to the backstop, but it's ball 4 anyway, so everybody was moving up anyway, so Fredo will draw the walk, second walk in a row issued by Lombardi. Looking down at the Waynesboro dugout, no movement there, and that'll bring up Emmendorfer. Emmendorfer 2 for 3 with an RBI. He is one of just 2 Royals that have not scored. 2 Royals haven't scored, 2 Royals haven't gotten a hit, 3 Royals haven't driven in a run. 14 runs on 15 hits. The first pitch lined right at the second baseman, over his head into right center field for a base hit. 1 run's going to score. They're going to hold him up, and now he's got to come to third, and the ball's going to get away, and the Royals are going to catch a break. They held Pokerak at third. And Fredo didn't see him hold him, so Fredo came all the way to third. The throw to third got past Murray, allowing Pokerak to come in and score. So I guess we're going to give Emmendorfer an RBI there. Anyway, while they sort that out to figure out, give Emmendorfer his 3rd hit of the game, Pokerak will come in to score. Fredo goes to third. So Fry did score, so it'll be 1 RBI at least for Emmendorfer, his 2nd of the game. And the Generals are going to make another pitching change. So Fry scores, Pokerak scores, and the Royals just continue to pour it on here as Fredo goes to third. Emmendorfer goes to second on the throw to third. And I'm not sure, they didn't give an error, so I don't know if they're going to give Emmendorfer 2 RBIs on that play or not. Let's check the new pitcher, 5th pitcher of the game for the Waynesboro Generals. 24. New pitcher is Cole Turner from Embry-Riddle. Be the 5th right-handed pitcher the Generals have used here tonight. Go back to the Generals pitching stats. And Cole Turner, one of their better bullpen guys. Turner making his 6th appearance. He's worked 10 innings, allowed 10 hits, 3 runs, 2 are earned. He's walked 6, struck out 16. He's 2-0 on the season. He does have 1 save, earned run average of 1.80. And again, I think seeing him in this situation is just a indication of them not playing tomorrow night. And as ridiculous as it may sound, the Royals with 16 runs here in the 4th inning, have not reached the most runs they've scored all season. They put up 18 at Front Royal a couple of weeks ago. Now Bodie Poland will hit. Poland, one of just 2 guys with no hits. He has not been on base. He was on base once. No hits, no RBIs, no runs scored. He'll take a fastball in there for a strike. 0-1. You know, Bodie would love to get in this hit parade. He's got 2 guys in scoring position, and the Generals are conceding the run at the plate as they just want to get outs. Guys up the middle just to try to cut off a ground ball and throw them out at first, and not much caring what Fredo does at third. Pitch off the plate for a ball. 1-1 to Bodie Poland. The 1-1. Fisted foul. Bax is going to give it a look, but it's going to land on top of the Waynesboro dugout and bounce out of play. Lombardi goes just 1 inning. He will not figure in the decision. First of all, let's take a look at the 1-2 pitch to Bodie Poland. It's down in the dirt. It's going to skip past the catcher and go all the way to the backstop. And Turner's going to throw a wild pitch, and the Royals are going to make it 17-0. As Ty Fredo comes in to score the 17th run. Emmendorfer moves to third. 2-2 the count now on Bodie Poland, and he's still got a chance to drive in a run. Even a ground ball here gets a runner in. Rubendahl and Poland, the only two Royals without a hit. Rubendahl has scored a run. Lifted toward right field. Gomez toward the line. It's going to be deep enough to score the run, so Poland will drive in a run with a sacrifice fly to right. And the Royals make it 18-0. Emmendorfer will score his first run of the game. Poland will drive in a run. And we're back to the top of the order. The Royals have batted around for the third time in 4 innings. And the only inning they didn't bat around, they sent 7 guys to the plate. Padilla led off this inning. He reached on an error. He's come around to score. Yeah. The 0-1. Padilla is going to pop it up. Vaquero will call everybody off. Bax came on, and Bax probably should have called him off to make the catch. It's a much easier play for the first baseman, but Jose thought he could make the play, and he overran it and bounced behind him and landed safely foul for Padilla. Well, the Royals have scored 18 times, and I'm a run shy somewhere. 1-2 the count to Padilla. We'll figure that out once Jamie's done hitting. The 1-2. Lifted toward deep left field. He's going again. Smith back on it. He will catch it as he takes 2 more steps to the fence. Padilla made a bid for another home run, but he'll fly out to deep center field to end the inning. For the Royals, they score 7 times on 5 hits. There was 1 error, and the Royals will leave nobody on base. Your score after 4 complete, Winchester 18, Waynesboro nothing. You're listening to the Winchester Royals and Valley Baseball League action. We go to the top of the fifth. Royals 18-0. The Generals just one hit through 4 innings. The 0-1 to that ball is going to sneak into left field for a base hit. So Andrew Aldefonso picks up the second hit of the game for the Generals. And I think the Royals would just like to get, and I don't even know what his pitch count is anymore. Powell's been in the dugout so many times for long innings. He's got to be well rested. Noah Murray will be the hitter. He's 0 for 1. Jamie Padilla has hit 5 times. Noah Murray has hit once. If that tells you anything about the ball game so far, that pitch in there for a strike, 0-1. Jamie Padilla has hit 5 times in 4 innings, by the way. He's hit twice in an inning, twice today. The 0-1 downstairs for a ball. Count evens at 1-1. The 1-1 off the plate for ball, 2-1. I'm still a run short somewhere. Oh, that's because Fry has scored 4 times. The 2-1 from Powell. Grounded toward third, but foul. The Royals' 2, 3, 4 hitters today, Guy, Abraham, and Fry, have 7 hits, have scored 10 runs, and have driven in 5. You want to talk about production from the middle of your order. Going to be very little things that the Royals coaching staff can complain about after tonight, barring a ridiculous meltdown and a huge comeback by the Generals. Tap foul toward the Royals dugout again. 2-2, and I have said many a times over the years, no lead is safe in the Valley League. I got to believe 18 runs is pretty safe. If not, you got a heck of a news story tomorrow's paper. Powell will come set, the 2-2. Grounded toward Fredo. He'll make a diving effort, but he's going to crawl into left field for a base hit. So the Generals, who had 1 hit through 4 innings, have 2 hits here in the 5th as they try to get on the scoreboard at the very least. That'll bring up Anthony Clavette. He's 0 for 1. He is struck out looking. And now Powell looking for a ground ball. He's got a couple ground balls in the inning, but they were in the hole that Fredo unable to get to. He'd like to get a ground ball right at Ty. Fastball in there for a strike, 0-1. And you got to believe, as much as that umpire's sweating and probably hating the heat, it's 18-0. That strike zone's going to open up. The 0-1 fouled out of play. It's going to head toward the Wyanesboro bullpen and just misses the bullpen, so the kids will scatter and try to collect the free Freezy Pop. 0-2 the count on Anthony Clavette. I forgot the Generals made a change at first base, but he made the last out of last inning, so he hadn't come up to hit yet. The 0-2 well off the plate for a ball. 1-2. Kyle Bax is the new first baseman and will hit in the 4-hole for the Generals when that spot comes around again. Grounded toward Fredo. Flips to the stake. He's going to take it himself, tag the bag, throw on to first. It's going to be a 6 unassisted double play, just what Owen Powell needed right there. That ground ball right to Fredo, just like the doctor ordered. 6 unassisted to get the runner at second. It'll go 6-3 on the play at first. First double play turned by the Royals tonight, and that'll bring up Kaiser Harrington. He is 0 for 1. Hit that little slow roller down the first base line that Powell was able to track down and field before it went foul and flipped to first for the out. So 2 outs now, the runner at third for the Generals. They'd look to get a runner in here. The 0-1 popped it up. Let's see if Pokero's got a chance. He'll give it a look. It is going to be caught over near the Wyanesboro dugout. Nice play by Sean Pokerock to end the inning. The Generals get a couple of base hits to start the inning. They'll leave a runner at third. No runs, 2 hits, no errors, a runner left. Your score after 4.5, we're halfway home, though we'll probably stop after 7 tonight. Winchester 18, Waynesboro nothing. You're listening to the Winchester Royals and Valley Baseball League action. We go to the bottom of the 5th. The Royals are pouring it on for the second time this year. The Winchester Royals have scored 18 runs. Last time they did it because they had to go 9 innings because they couldn't stop Front Royal from scoring in the bottom of the 7th and ended up having to play all 9 innings. But looks like we're going to have a pinch hitter here. So Connor Guy's day will come to an end. He'll sit back and relax on the bench after 3 hits, 3 runs scored. Ian Kaiser will be the new hitter and probably take over for Guy in right field. Kaiser started as the designated hitter here the other night. Still looking for his first hit as a Royal. Kaiser, the designated hitter from Binghamton University, or he's actually listed as a pitcher, but designated hitter the other night, will probably go to right field. First pitch in there for a strike, 0-1. Kaiser on the year, again, DH'd the other night, playing in his 3rd game as a position player. He pinch ran the night before. He's 0 for 4, no home runs, no RBIs, quickly behind the count, 0-1. I'm not going to put him in at right field yet because they may have Kaiser hit here and then stick Troy Davis in right field. We don't know yet. Swung on, foul tipped. 18 runs, 16 hits, no errors for the Royals, no runs, 3 hits, 1 error for the Generals. It has been all Winchester from the get-go. High and tight, 1-2. Connor Guy will finish the night 3 for 3 with 3 runs scored. One of very few Royals that didn't get an RBI, and that pitch just misses. Evens the count 2-2. Foul down the third base line. Let's see if Murray can get to it. He cannot. Not to look too far ahead. Cole Turner still on the mound for the Generals. He came on in relief. I believe he started the two and a third. He came on in relief in the 3rd inning, so this is his 2nd full inning of work. That misses inside. 3-2. Kaiser will draw the walk as that one misses off the plate, ball 4. Anyway, let's go back and take a look at, we have another pinch hitter. It's Todd Abraham. That'll bring up A.J. Labrusciano. Good to see A.J. back in the game. Last time we saw him, he suffered an injury and left. Abraham will finish 1 for 2. He scores 3 times. He drove in a run. So A.J. will stay in the game to play second. And we did say that it's one of those games that a lot of guys are going to get in. Royals getting some guys some playing time. Fouled out of play, nothing on for A.J. Labrusciano. On the season, A.J. hitting 143, his 7th game, 2 for 14, no home runs. Looks like 2 RBIs. Grounded right back up the middle off the glove of Turner, slowed it down, so that messed up the double play. Is Buchanan. Oh, we got a new shortstop, by the way. That's not Buchanan playing shortstop. So we got to make an adjustment there. New shortstop is Trayson Cameron. Jake Dolly, the Royals pitcher, is going to pinch hit here for Parker Fry, the designated hitter. Fry will finish with 3 hits, 4 runs, 4 RBIs. Dolly, the hitter. And again, the new shortstop is Trayson Cameron from Florida International. So both teams making mass substitutions. Swung on, he tried to hold up, did not. Nothing in 2. So Seth Buchanan is taken out for the Generals. Looking around, I don't see any other changes. We've already made the change at first. Oh yeah, we did have a new catcher. Bryson Hamilton is the new catcher. So we got Bryson catching and Trayson playing short. That was fouled out of play. Count remains 0-2. The Royals trying to add to an 18-0 lead, trying to pick up their biggest scoring output of the season. The 0-2 swung on and missed, and Dally down on strikes. Second out here in the inning, and Rubendahl will still be the hitter for the Royals, the first baseman, looking for his first hit. He's 0 for 2. He's walked and been hit by a pitch. He came in to score in the first inning. First pitch to Rubendahl, in there for a strike, 0-1. So the Royals, or the Generals rather, trying to keep the Royals off the board for the first time tonight here in the 5th inning. The 0-1. Foul toward the Wyanesboro dugout. Right-hander up, getting loose in the Wyanesboro bullpen. I'm sure they like to see Turner get through this inning and then go from there. Turner comes set. He'll take a look at the runner at second. The 0-2. Lifted toward left field. Going back on it is Alfonso, and he dropped it. Ball dropped in left field. Holy cow. When it rains, it pours. What should have been the third out of the inning is dropped in left field. We'll see how they score it, but I got to believe. So Kaiser will come in to score to make it 19-0. Sean Pokerak will be the hitter. It's not going to be a hit or an RBI for Rubendahl. It's going to be an error on the left fielder all the way. Fastball misses outside for a ball, 1-0. Rubendahl hit it hard, but Aldefonso was able to track it down and was there and just dropped it. The 1-0 popped up. This should be the inning if Bax can get to it. Going down the first base line over the shoulder. Nice running catch by Kyle Bax to end the inning. So the Royals do indeed score again. There was one run on no hits, a big Waynesboro error, and the Royals will leave one on base. Your score after 5 complete is now Winchester 19, Waynesboro nothing. You're listening to the Winchester Royals in Valley Baseball League action. Waynesboro's new catcher will lead it off. Bryson Hamilton from VMI, Virginia Military Institute, will hit for the Generals here in the 6th. Hamilton on the year, if I can find him without, 157 hitter. His 8th game, 3 for 19, no home runs, no RBIs. First pitch, fouled out of play, 0-1. Owen Powell still on the mound for the Royals, trying to carry the Royals through 7 to get them a win, save the bullpen for the next couple of days. First pitch off the plate, the 0-1 off the plate for a ball. 1-1 the count. The 1-1, it'll miss outside. 2-1. Royals 6 outs away from their 3rd straight win before they head to Woodstock tomorrow night. And 19 runs on the board. You might want to save some for tomorrow night. See if you can get Woodstock for the first time this year. The 2-1 to Hamilton, tap foul at the plate. 2-2. For the Royals, 19 runs, 16 hits, no errors. No runs, 3 hits, 2 errors for the Generals. A.J. Labrusciano stays in the game to play second base. Ian Kaiser stays in the game to play right field. I don't see any other changes for the Royals. Check swing, he did not go. Count runs full, 3-2. Powell has gone long enough to get the win. So just a matter of not wanting to use another arm if you can help it. The 3-2. Downstairs for a ball, and he walks the leadoff hitter. So Hamilton will be the runner at first. That'll take us back to the top of the order with a new hitter for the Generals. He came on to play short last inning. Trayson Cameron will be the hitter. Cameron, a 158 hitter, his 7th game, 3 for 19, no home runs, 1 RBI. First pitch to Cameron. Downstairs for a ball, 1-0. It's 19-0. It's been near 100 degrees. Powell might be running out of gas here. The 1-0. Just miss. 2-0, and I think everybody would like to know where he missed with that pitch. You got to believe guys from the dugout are hollering, look, it's 19-0. That's a strike. The 2-0 to Cameron. Line toward left. That's going to get in for a base hit. Padilla's going to cut it off and keep everybody right there, down 19 runs. Hamilton's not even going to think about trying to go to third. It'll be the 4th hit of the game for the Generals. 3rd in the last 2 innings. And they have their first 2 on here in the 6th for Gomez. And the home plate umpire looked like he's dragging a little bit. You can't blame him. His shirt probably weighs more than he does by now. Gomez stands in. He's 1 for 2. Got their first hit in the 1st inning. He's also flown to center field. He takes the pitch in there for a strike. 0-1. Powell's only thrown 77 pitches, so maybe the Royals would like to get him through the 7th here, or through the 6th, and make a decision there. 0-2 as that swung on and missed. $19-0. The Royals faithful start to head out a little bit. Some people do have to go to work tomorrow. The 0-2 downstairs for a ball, 1-2. Powell, the benefactor of the Royals' most runs of the season. The 1-2. Check swing. Did he go? They're going to say no. It's going to be off the plate for a ball, 2-2. Not even going to lie and say, I know that 16 is the most hits they've had because I can't tell you how many hits they had at Front Royal that night. And I know they got a bunch again last night, but I don't know that they got to 16. The 2-2 lined in the right field for a base hit. So the Generals have loaded them up with nobody out here in the 6th inning. Back-to-back hits. That's the 2nd hit for Gomez. 5th hit of the game for the Generals as they try to extend this past 7 innings. They're going to have to score 10 runs to do that. But they're got themselves a nice start here in the 6th. A walk to Hamilton, a hit by Cameron, and a hit by Gomez have loaded the bases up with nobody out. And the Royals are going to take a couple minutes to talk about this. And while the Royals are out to talk, let's check the out-of-town scores. Strasburg had a 12-0 lead on Harrisonburg. Harrisonburg came back, but Strasburg able to hold on to win it. Your out-of-town scores. Woodstock knocks off Covington 6-4. Strasburg hangs on to knock off Harrisonburg 13-8. Culpeper did the Royals a favor. They knock off Front Royal 6-4. So if this holds up, and if it doesn't, I'm leaving. But if the Royals could hold on to this lead, they will overtake the Cardinals for 3rd place in the Northern Division. Charlottesville leads Newmarket 6-3. They're in the top of the 7th. And the top of the 5th, Stanton leads Purcellville 4-3. And of course, we are 19-0 here at Bridgeforth, playing in the top of the 6th. That'll bring up Daniel Smith. He's 0 for 2. He's struck out twice, once looking, once swinging. He'll tap this one foul. 0-1. On deck will be the new first baseman, Kyle Baxt. Last time the Royals let a couple guys get on base, they got a big double play to help get out of the inning. The 0-1. Popped it up. Right field, Connor Guy coming in. Let's see if it's deep enough to score the run. They're going to try it. Guy with the big throw to the plate, and they're going to have him at the plate. Nice play, Connor Guy. Perfect throw to the plate to cut down Hamilton, who tried to tag up and score. So Smith flies out to right. Hamilton cut down at the plate 9-2. Second double play of the game for the Royals, and that one the unconventional kind. They'll still have runners on first and second now with 2 outs for Kyle Baxt. Now it's double play. Baxt hitting .214, his 13th game, 8 for 28. No home runs, 2 RBIs. Takes a pitch off the plate for a ball, 1-0. One to know the count as the Royals try to hold on to that 0 on the board. That's off the plate for a ball, 2-0. Connor Guy taking a big step to helping the Royals preserve that shutout with a bullet to the plate, a one-hopper right to Pokerock, who put the tag on Hamilton for the second out of the inning. The 2-0. That ball lifted toward left field, going back onto this Padilla. He's going to settle right at the edge of the track and make the catch. So the Generals get the first 3 on here in the inning, but can't push anything across. For the Generals in the 6th, no runs, 2 hits. There were no errors. They leave 2 on base. Your score after 5.5 remains. Winchester 19, Wyanesboro nothing. You're listening to the Winchester Royals and Valley Baseball League action. We go to the bottom of the 6th. The Royals lead it 19-0. The Royals don't need anything offensively. They just need 3 outs and they can call it a night before they get on the bus and head down to Woodstock tomorrow night. The Generals will go to the bullpen one more time. They'll bring on their 6th pitcher of the game, 6th pitcher in 6 innings, and this time it's not even a pitcher. They'll bring on an infielder to try to close things out. Hendrick Vandermeer, he's got a name like he's a pitcher. Old Cincinnati Red, Mr. Vandermeer with the back-to-back no-hitters 100 years before I was born. We're checking, make sure Hendrick hasn't pitched for the Generals yet this season, but being an infielder, I'm guessing he hasn't. And I do not see him on there. So Hendrick making his pitching debut for the Generals. He'll face 7, 8, 9, Fredo, Emmendorfer, and Poland due to hit. 1-0 to Fredo. Fredo having himself a nice night. Ty is 3 for 3 with Milwaukee. Scored 2 runs, driven in 5, and we're going to have a pinch hitter on deck, so it will not be Emmendorfer. Grounded towards short. Cameron up with it. He will throw on to first in time. So Ty Fredo retired for the first time tonight. And we'll have a new hitter for the Royals. Brian Frontera will pinch hit for Emmendorfer. He'll stay in the game to play third. Frontera from Seton Hall, a 240 hitter, his 11th game, 6 for 25. No home runs, 1 RBI. He'll hit here with 1 out in the 6th. And the home plate umpire hadn't got his mask on, so he's telling everybody, hold up yet. I'm not ready to go. Vandermeer's like, let's go, man. I want to get my 3 up, 3 down, so I can go back, call the coach, tell him I'm a pitcher now. First pitch to Frontera, misses inside for a ball, 1-0. Emmendorfer will finish the night 3 for 4 with an RBI. I'm sorry, 2 RBIs and a run scored. 1-1 the count now to Frontera. Line this one foul down the third base line. 1-2 the count on the Royals pinch hitter Ryan Frontera. Again, the Generals off tomorrow night. Come back up 81 on Tuesday to take on the Front Royal Cardinals across the bridges. The 1-2. Grounded one hopper to short. Cameron up with another one, throws on to first. And the first 2 guys are out here in the Royals' 6th. Still owe you some pitching stats from a couple of Generals that have departed. Lombardi. Lombardi gives up 8 runs, 7 are earned. Gave up 7 hits, 2 walks, and not strike anybody out. This pitch fouled out of play. He did throw a wild pitch. He will not figure in the decision. Cole Turner goes an inning and 2/3. Again, he will not figure in the decision. The 0-1 to Bodie Poland, rather. Poland swings and misses. Poland on the night 0 for 2. He did drive in a run with his last at bat, a sacrifice fly to right. And he'll hit this one deep to left. If it's fair, it's gone. It is at the fence, caught by Alfonso. And how does he catch that one but drop the one last inning? Anyway, it looked like it was gone off the bat, but the Waynesboro left fielder tracks it down right in front of the fence. Bodie got under it just too much. The Royals go in order for the first time tonight here in the 6th. We go to the 7th. Last chance for the Generals. It's Winchester 19, Waynesboro nothing. Looks like we're going to have a new pitch for the Royals. You're listening to the Winchester Royals in Valley Baseball League action. Royals will go to the bullpen. Owen Powell stands to be the winner, barring a 20-run collapse by the Royals here. Powell goes 6 innings. He allows no runs. He scatters 5 hits, 1 walk, 6 strikeouts, and obviously stands to be the winning pitcher if the Royals can close it out right here. Gavin Sanson from Long Island University will be the new pitcher. Sanson, the left-hander from Long Island. Obviously not a save situation here for Sanson. He is making his 4th appearance all in relief. He's worked 3 innings, allowed 2 hits, 4 runs, 3 are earned. He's walked 8, struck out 6, an earned run average of 9.00. No record. And it looks like we're going to have a flurry of pinch hitters for the Generals, starting with number 6. Alfonso will leave the game. He finishes 1 for 2. Jackson Pate from Jackson State University will be the new hitter. Pate on the season for the Generals. A .303 hitter, his 14th game, 10 for 33, no home runs, 2 RBIs. Left-handed hitter stands in. We'll assume he'll stay in to play left field, although he is listed as an infielder, but for that to matter, the Generals are going to have to score 10 runs here. Otherwise, we are finished for the night. The 0-1 from Sansone misses outside for a ball, 1-0. Ryan Frontera does indeed stay in the game to play third base. The 1-1. Downstairs for a ball, 2-1. 19 runs, 16 hits, no errors for the Royals. No runs, 5 hits, 2 errors for the Generals. We play here in the top half of the 7th inning. Generals need 10 to extend the game. The 2-1 from Sansone. Misses outside for a ball, 3-1. Sansone's 3-1. Grounded foul toward the Wyanesboro dugout. Beyond the dugout, it'll kick off the fence and roll into fair territory where Nick Rubendial will field it and flip it to the first base coach. Count runs full on Jackson Pate, pinch hitting here for the Generals, top half of the 7th inning. 3-2, lifted towards center field. Bodie Poland coming on hard, and he is not going to be able to get there. He's going to drop in front of him for a base hit. So Pate with the pinch hit single to lead off the 7th. Remember, the Generals got 3 base runners to start the 6th inning and could not score. So Pate gets a base hit. Let's see. Noah Murray will remain in the game to hit. He is 1 for 2. He'll hit with a runner at first and nobody out. Takes a pitch off the plate for a ball, 1-0. The 1-0 lifted toward left. Padilla back a couple steps. He'll settle under it and he'll make the catch for out number 1. So 1 down here in the Wyanesboro 7th. Clavette's still in the game. He'll be the hitter now. He's 0 for 2. He struck out and grounded out. In fact, he grounded into a double play in the 5th inning when he hit with 2 on and nobody out. Again, Clavette 0 for 2. Runner at first now, 1 out. Sansone's first pitch, tap foul at the plate, 0-1. Sansone trying to close it out. Get the Royals on the road for the next couple nights. The 0-1 swung on and missed. Good hack from Clavette. Comes up empty, 0-2. Fastball down and in. Good location from Sansone. Heading the count now, 0-2. The 0-2 foul tip, but Pokerock couldn't hold on to it, so it'll be 0-2 still. No balls, 2 strikes, 1 out. Clavette trying to move the runner around. The 0-2, this foul tipped, and this one is held on to by Pokerock. So Clavette will strike out for out number 2. Nice job by Pokerock to hold on to that one. And Pokerock's going to go out and have a conversation with his pitcher. I can't imagine what they're talking about here. 2 outs, runner at first, 19-0. I mean, if Pate at first base wants to go out and touch the center field fence, you're going to let him. Kaiser Harrington will stand in. He is 0 for 2. He's grounded the pitcher, popped to the catcher tonight. First pitch from Sansone in there for a strike, 0-1. Sansone sits. He'll take a look at the runner at first. The 0-1. Runner takes off. The throw down to second is not going to be in time. So Pate will steal the bag. He's at second base now with 2 outs. Harrington swung through the pitch. It's 0-2 now on Harrington, and the Generals down to their last strike. Royals have out-hit Waynesboro 16-6. They've outscored them 19-0. Waynesboro just trying to get a run to avoid the shutout here. The 0-2 just misses upstairs, 1-2. Ball and 2 strikes, 2 outs. Royals trying to pick up win number 3 in a row. And it's going to take a monumental collapse for that not to happen. The 1-2, that's going to miss outside, 2-2. What's left of the Royals faithful trying to push Sansone to the finish line here. Urging him on. Gavin sets, takes a look at the runner. The 2-2. Fouled into the screen. We'll do it again, 2-2. Talked about this the last time the Royals got to this point with a shutout. The game they won 1-0 over Charlottesville. When I was pitching back in the day, we pitched a shutout. We got pitchers batting practice the next day. But with it being on the road, I don't know that happens. The 2-2. That'll miss outside. Count runs full, 3-2. And if that's the case, you know all the pitchers are going to be on the top step urging Gavin on, trying to get that last strike because they want to swing the sticks tomorrow. Crowd comes alive once again, the 3-2. Fouled into the screen. We'll do it again, 3-2. Harrington staying alive with a couple foul balls to extend the at-bat, trying to extend the game for the Generals. Sansone has his sign. The 3-2. Grounded toward short. Fredo up with it. Sets his feet. Long throw to first in time. And that'll do it. The Winchester Royals in impressive fashion here tonight roll past the Waynesboro Generals to complete the season sweep of Waynesboro. Your final score, Winchester 19, Waynesboro nothing. For the Generals, for the Royals, 19 runs on 6 hits. They commit no errors. For the Generals, no runs on 6 hits. They commit 2 errors. The Royals improved to 10-8 for the first time this season, 2 games above 500. Second time this year, they are on a 3-game winning streak. Last time they were on a 3-game winning streak, that was snapped by Woodstock with a couple of back-to-back losses here at Winchester earlier this week. Well, the Royals, a chance for a 4-game winning streak, and again, it's going to come against the Woodstock River Bandits as they travel to Woodstock tomorrow night. Again, the Royals 10-8 on the season, their 3rd win in a row. Waynesboro will drop to 7-10. Winning pitcher will be Owen Powell. He's 1-1 on the year. He goes 6 innings, no runs, 5 hits, 1 walk, 6 strikeouts. Again, he picks up the win. Your losing pitcher will be the starter for the Generals, Jordan Bright. He will drop to 0-2. He goes 2/3 of an inning, 5 runs. They're all earned, 3 hits, 2 walks, 1 strikeout. And he gave up the 3-run home run to Ty Fredo. For the Generals offensively, Gary Gomez, 2 hits. They have 4 other guys with 1 hit each as they get 6 hits for the game. For the Royals, take your pick. Parker Fry, 3 hits, 4 runs, 4 RBIs. Ty Fredo, 3 hits, 2 runs. He drives in 5. He gets off the schneid a little bit. 3-run home run in the first to get him going. Jamie Padilla, 1 hit. He scored twice. His 1 hit, a solo home run. Also for the Royals, Connor Guy, 3 hits. He scored 3 times. The Royals have 4 guys with 3 hits, including John Emmendorfer, Ty Fredo, Parker Fry, and Connor Guy. Again, the Royals win it by the final score of 19-0. The Royals on the road for the next several nights. Will not be back here until Thursday when the Strasburg Express come to town. Royals at Woodstock tomorrow night. My good buddy Craig Orendorf will have your call down there at Culpeper on Tuesday before being off Wednesday and returning home on Thursday to take on the Strasburg Express. For the Waynesboro Generals, they are off tomorrow. They come back up Interstate 81 on Tuesday to take on the Front Royal Cardinals just over the bridges. And they will return home on Wednesday to take on the Culpeper Cavaliers. That'll do it from the ballpark tonight. Mark Sawyer saying good night. Hope you've enjoyed the broadcast. Again, the Royals win it 19-0 to improve to 10-8. Remember, before you go to bed tonight, call your parents, tell them you love them. And we will talk to you Thursday night for the Royals and the Express from Bridgeforth Field. Good night, everybody.